Today's adventure brings us to Downey, California. And across the street from where I'm standing, on the corner of Lakewood Boulevard and Florence Avenue, is the oldest operating McDonald's. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. The last time I was on this property was 2014. And when I was here, way back then, I did not properly document or detail the nooks and crannies of what's here on site. I'm gonna change that today. And I'm gonna also get some food, something I have never done at the oldest operating McDonald's. It is not the first Mickey D's, nor is it the most unusual or bizarre from the franchise. But let's not take away from the fact that in 1953, it opened its doors, and it is still serving food. Join me, shall you? Up top, old neon Speedy. There's no Ronald perched above the sign, just Speedy the chef, promoting hamburgers. And it's amazing to think that there was a point when they calculated exactly how many burgers they had sold. This particular sign stopped at 500 million, but they just keep selling them every day, day in, day out. That number keeps accumulating. It's easy to get distracted by those golden arches luring us in, but I almost failed to notice the shrubbery, a topiary that has been carved out here on this hill. They're not golden, it's more like green, like it's the green arches. For those driving by at rapid speed, they have placed a billboard right next to the thoroughfare saying, "Don't let history pass you by." Who could say no to that? That cute little guy running around up there with a burger for a face. This guy pulling in? Nope. He wasn't. You wouldn't think it by looking at it at first appearance, but they even have a drive-through. It goes around the back of the building in that direction. Painted on the ground lets you know which way to go. This is probably added much later. Speaking of progress, this is something they definitely didn't have in 1953. Mobile order and pay. And just past this do not enter is the drive-through. Down that alley, of course, traffic comes towards me, not in the direction I'm heading. But they've added a drive-through window tucked away back here in this little alley. The sign states that their dollar hamburger is a better value today than it was in 1955, and they give you different examples of gas prices, bread pricing, and the cost of a house. Quick little history lesson: Roger Williams and Bud Landon opened this restaurant in August of '53. It was the third franchise spot. In just a little bit, I will go up to the walk-up window and order some food. But first, I want to go inside this glass structure just to the right, because indoors there is a small museum that is free to wander around. Looks as if it's currently under construction, but they do have the original doors from the first hamburger university, which was located in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. And you have to enter through those doors to check out some of the historical items that are placed along the walls. Oh, here's oh, that right there, that's one of the multi-mixers behind that glass case. It gets really crowded back there in the kitchen. Down here is the original operations manual. Almost looks like a pizza tray there, but it's not. The buns were toasted right on the grill, but the tops were transferred to a Lazy Susan style prep table to be dressed with condiments, while the bottoms were placed directly on top of the cooked seasoned beef patties. That's what's going on right there in that photo. Weekly deliveries of 100 pounds of potatoes range from 20 to 70 sacks per store. And what you're looking at is a potato peeler. That's an instruction booklet for a potato peeler timer. The last thing you want are potatoes to be overcooked. Look at the perfect just amount of ketchup that is placed on that bun there. It's like almost like dotted on instead of like When I put ketchup on, it never shows up in dots like that. I just like kind of smear it on. Prices have definitely changed a little bit over the years. A hamburger was 15 cents. Add cheese for 4 cents more. French fries, just a dime, as was a cup of coffee. Root beer, Coca-Cola, or an orange drink, depending on the size, was anywhere from 10 to 15 cents. And the shakes were only 20 cents. Of course, a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Ronnie. Always friendly, always smiling, always waving, and it appears as if he has locked in 2 employees into a cage of snow. Ronald, let them out of there, Ronald. Actually, it's just a security door because, as stated a little bit ago, they are working on parts of this museum. But this is a recreation of what it would have been like, wardrobe-wise, headwear, to walk up to the counter and order some food. The door is locked, but we can peek in the window. You see the old school vintage employee manual right down there, and some glasses on display, which used to be a real hot commodity. When you'd order a meal for like an extra couple bucks, you could get those sweet glasses. I think honestly I still have some of those. A TV tray from 1982 just hanging around over there. There's a lot of artifacts back there. A hot apple pie hat, paper hat, promoting the apple pies. And down here, some old photos and even a puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle right down there. This is interesting. This states that a new drive-in opened on that Friday, and look at the date, 1953, which means possibly it did have a drive-in back when it opened. That's interesting. The register system was a little different back then as well. This one worked in conjunction with paper tickets. So the cashier had to ring up or write all the information on the paper and then also place it in the register. So they had to do 2 jobs just to take your money. A few years later, in ¡56, they had something called Celebration Days. This newspaper pamphlet is promoting that, stating that on the corner of that cross street, they now have wider and paved roads open completely to traffic. And that's when the crowd showed up. It was a lot easier to get here once the roads were widened. Some of these cups are made of plastic, some of them are made of paper. This one has even a paper handle. That's like a teeny tiny cup. I think that might have been maybe for ice cream. But you gotta love characters made out of food running around. Oh, there's is that the hamburger? Yeah, that's a weird interpretation of the Hamburglar. The museum I'm standing in is made to resemble this old photo of a restaurant. And speaking of photos, take a look at the OG Ronald McDonald. Yes, my friends, that is Ronald McDonald, equipped with a cup for a nose and a very bizarre helmet for a hat. A history of the logo, Speedy was from 48 to 61, and then Archie McDonald's and the family crest came after. The modern logo that we all know, love, and are used to did not start until 1968, according to this. And then there is the slashed M logo from 61 to 68. See how it has the slash through it. I am from the era where I also remember another mascot, and he just so happens to be behind that glass door. Mac Tonight. Look at that guy. Quite the piano player and a heck of a good singer. You don't see too many Mac Tonights anymore. That is awesome. And I would love to own the jacket hanging on the wall right there. Is that a jacket or a sweater? Either way, It's got the Mac Tonight logo on it, and I would sport that like nobody's business. It is kind of strange that Ray Kroc Hall is next to the restroom facilities. They honor their founder, Ray Kroc, by placing all the articles next to the bathrooms. Original owners Bud Landon and Roger Williams are pictured here in this newspaper article from 1980 next to some stuffed characters. Here's another photo from the 2nd anniversary of the property. There's a video playing behind me talking about the company and Ray Kroc. I'm really fascinated with this old school timepiece, this wristwatch that you would get when you donated to the Ronald McDonald House. There he is showing off the multi-mixer in 1951. He's got his hands on the machine. And this photo, man, that just oozes nostalgia. Outside they have opened this area to be able to sit and eat. You still have those 2 employees just staring at you like it's like a staring contest, and I'm pretty sure that they would win because they don't blink. Nope, I'm looking carefully and I'm not seeing any blinking. You can see the milkshakes and sodas being handed out to the customers. That may have wound up and made noise at some point. Mac Tonight race car and other paraphernalia, including the Coca-Cola bear. And the only thing I see relatable are the golden arches, which are printed on his scarf. That cup has feet. All this learning about Americana has given me quite an appetite. You don't go indoors to order like we are commonly used to. You go up to the walk-up window located outdoors. Order completed, picked it up from the windows, got it here. There is a seating area around the side, like made into the structure, but I'm gonna opt for this table right over here. And this is what we're dealing with. Got myself a regular cheeseburger, just the dollar menu version. Dollar fry here, small fry, and $1 soda. Now you can, for $1 you can get any size drink, but I figured that was probably enough for the amount of food. I'm not going too extreme today. They have given me 1 packet of ketchup, but also some strawberry preserves somehow ended up in my bag. I'm eating under the golden arches. Well, from this angle, the golden arch. You get the idea. It's almost like a rainbow. Like the pot of gold is at the end of the rainbow. The pot of meat is between these 2 buns. At the end of the arch, yellow rainbow. Could that be? Could that be one of those infamous fry-loving pigeons? You want this, don't you? There you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, buddy. Get a hold of that thing. Show it who's boss. Show it who's boss, pigeon. Yeah. Look at him just chowing down on that thing. Do you realize how many calories you just ingested? Well, if you ever get bored, fly over here and look at the USA Nutrition Fact board. I can total up everything I ate and what the nutritional value and calorie content was. Oh crap, I just realized I didn't see the sign until it was too late. I broke the rules, I didn't mean to. Please forgive me, Ronald. But how can you deny? How can you deny these things? And some of the original McDonald's chow. My apologies though, I didn't see the sign till afterwards. The wind has started to gust up a bit. That pigeon that just ate the fry flew by me at rapid speed. He probably got scolded for eating what I gave him. If you missed it, you can go back, rewind it, and pause it. You see the pigeon fly by. But the wind was blowing until I got distracted by the bird. The flags were waving around. On the left, the McDonald's flag, the good old US of A. Oh, there it goes. In the middle, and the California state flag. Okay, it's working again. Whew! That's a good shot right there. Another slogan you rarely see, stating your kind of place. And even though there is a washboard with the information about the establishment in front of the order window, there also is one here designated and given by the city of Downey, calling it the Speedy McDonald's store. And they have these concrete stanchions on either side because you don't want someone driving up and destroying this. Pretty neat to think about all the generations of people who have come here over the years. Walked up to that same window. 1953, that was a heck of a long time ago. Way before I was even a glimmer in anyone's eye. And still going strong. Lots of memories, I'm sure, were shared here and will continue to be shared on this property. And let's face it, unless you've been living under a rock, you know what McDonald's is, and most of us have eaten at one or more than one on multiple occasions. And this is the oldest operating one in existence. Heck yeah. I ate here. Not wanting to state the obvious, or a catchphrase that has been definitely overdone over the years, but I have to wonder, standing here, I have to inquire, are those? Nah. What about maybe those? That's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. It's absolutely free, and by clicking the subscribe button, it helps keep you up to date on endeavors I will be going on in my life and uploads that will happen on this channel. Please give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know you care. Also, I have new t-shirts, just like this one. New designs. TheDailyWoo on Spreadshirt. I will put the link in the description box. Get one of these or one of the other new t-shirt designs. Any size, any shape, any color, shipped directly to your door. TheDailyWoo on Spreadshirt. Once again, link in the description box. And speaking of things down below, there are some corn on the cob that have been eaten here. I guess someone didn't want to indulge in McDonald's. Fair enough. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. Don't let Ronnie take the glory. Ronnie could never do what you do. You're Speedy the chef. Have you ever seen that clown pick up a spatula